because, you know, I'll be thinking like, yes. And he like, this girl crazy. And I look back at it like, yeah, why would I do that? The lighting feels seem weird. Alright. Oh, no headphones today? Oh. Oh, here they go. Hey guys, join. Share. Good morning, Yasi. Imani, good morning.
You don't really need headphones.
Come on, so we look uniform. Okay. I know your hair cute. You don't need them, but you'll be able to hear me really clear. You won't be easy on there. You won't be distracted. Sorry it's so dark, guys. We getting it together.
Turn your mic on. Hit the switch on.
Oh, I don't even have a mic in front of me, and I'm just. Can I put this one?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one. We getting together, y'all. Here we go. Test. How about that? I'm just talking to the computer today. Nicole, hi sis.
Put the switch on.
Where the switch?
It's up under the little thing.
Under this white thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, now you're on.
Is it on? Test 2, test 2. Test 1. Morning, Iberia. We're getting our lines together. This is going to be a great, I know, right? So dark. When I do that, it's a little bit better.
Maybe catch the light a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I love you, Afita, for being like, yes. No, that didn't work. Jarrell!
Here we go, y'all.
Okay, we about to go live, guys. Thanks.
Oh, yay. Hey guys, hey y'all, hey everybody. Welcome to Saved in the City. We are locked live right here each and every Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. right here on WKJJ, WPJQ 101.3 FM with your girl, Iberia. It's the morning time. So I'm about to clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Okay, can we do it? Yes, we are live and in living color. You are here locked live on Saved in the City, or maybe you're listening in the car. So what's up, radio audience? How y'all feeling out there? I love each and every one of you. I couldn't do what I'm doing without you. I mean, who wants to talk to a microphone? You know, so I'm glad that each of you are here. So if you're watching live on Facebook right now, be sure to share in your group, share with your friends. You do not want to miss today's topic. We're going to be kind of rounding up. What's up, Tony, all the way from Atlanta? We're going to be rounding up, or kind of wrapping up this year's, come on for the year, this month. This month's topic has been King Media versus so many different things. So I've been talking about how media has affected Black culture, how media has affected what has it been? The millennial, you know, just being raised in a world of social media, how it's affected just so many different things. The church, how people view the church because of social media is almost like a joke. You know what I mean? And so we gotta get back to the real root of what the gospel really is when it comes down to it. You know, and so today I said, you know, this would be a good opportunity just to kind of wrap it up and talk about how media or King Media, and I'm calling it King Media because when you think about a king, it's the entity or the person or the thing that reigns, right? It's the thing that controls who we are, what we do, what we say, what we wear, what's hot, you know, what's not, you know, and we are so consumed with that we have no idea who we are. We've lost our identity. We will like, subscribe, share off a cliff if that's what the world is doing, you know what I mean? So we got to have an opportunity or take time to connect with people who can help identify who we are, and also just continue to develop ourselves so that we don't even have to be identified by other people, you know? So we got to be so careful what we're allowing into our floodgates, what we're watching, what we're hearing, what we're speaking, what we're taking in. And so I thought that today would be a cool opportunity to talk about relationships. You know, No, yes, you see Lanice in the background. We're gonna talk to her. She's not just sitting in the background. No, she's not just sitting in the background. No, we are definitely gonna talk with her in just a little bit. But when we talk about relationships, I'm not just talking about romantic relationships, although I'm excited to talk about that as well. But as it pertains to your family, as it pertains to your children, as it pertains to just your relationships with your coworkers, just relationships in general. Many of us know there's that saying that it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. It absolutely is. But the thing is, the way we get to know those people, we are absolutely missing the mark. Because we have a conception that just because I got 5,000 friends on Facebook, that I got 5,000 friends. Half those folks are not even half, like probably, I don't know math. Okay, so we're not going to do quarters and things. Like a little bit. Won't even show up to your funeral. Like, we got to really start to put things in perspective when it comes down to your relationships in your family. So before we delve right into the topic at hand, I just want to thank my sponsors, Mima's Gourmet Delights, who sponsors every week. Of course, we love her here. So if you want to check out her website, get some amazing desserts for any of the upcoming holidays over the summer, just go ahead and visit www.mymimas.com. Of course, stay connected to us on all social media platforms so you don't miss anything. Shout out to Luminosity Enterprises for all of your marketing support, Afeni Grace for always being in the studio, holding me down and just believing in the vision. Of course, to all of my supporters and the friends of Saved in the City. Happy summer to everybody, even though isn't like why would it hit summertime? It was like it's cold. Like I'm like Milwaukee is confused, but that's okay. That's okay. We gonna get y'all right today. So let's jump into the topic at hand. Again, I love that I don't have to talk about everything all by myself. I love to get another perspective on some of the things and some of the issues that kind of plague my mind, and I'm sure kind of things and thoughts that you guys have as well. So again, I'm not alone. I'm sitting here with my sister. My forever friend, Lanice McGee.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Yay, she's here. Why don't you start by just telling the people a little bit about you, kind of some of the things that you do, and then let's jump right into the topic of media versus relationships.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lanice McGee, and just a little bit about me. I work for the state. I love my job. I assist people in finding employment, connecting employers to employees. I also am the co-founder of Big, Beautiful, and Blessed, which really soon we're going to be doing our model call, so I'm excited about that.
I think I'm going to be a runway model this year.
Yes, honey. You can walk, you can work it, okay? Also, I have a networking group, Christian Connections. We meet every third Monday of the month. So that's awesome. I am a leader, one of the leaders for Wives in Waiting. So that's just a little bit about me.
I love it.
Yes, and I love the Lord.
Because he all right. I don't know what I would do without him. I'm just keeping it 100% real.
I know what I was doing, and it was a mess. So I'm glad I have him now.
Look, I'm not even listen, y'all. New mercies, because every day I'll be like, Lord, okay, get my life together. But anyhow, but I'm so blessed to have you here with me today. Just because I love how you live your life out loud and just a woman of integrity. You know how people, you guys, you see people and they're one way and then behind closed doors, they something else. This she real from the beginning to the end, and that's why I love. You've been my forever friend for so long. You've been my forever friend since I was like in the single digits. Anyhow,
it's so funny that you said that because it was like maybe last week when I was just in prayer and God was sharing with me about wearing hats, and I was thinking, well, when I go to work, I wear this hat. When I go here, this is the hat I have to wear.
I thought you was about to get real deep. I'm about to be like, no, God didn't say you ain't going to have if you don't have on a hat. You talking about
just the different
things
that we do. And he said, no, you wear one hat and that's mine. Everywhere you go, that everybody should know that who you worship, who you believe in, who you serve. And so, yes, we have different responsibilities, but we wear one hat. So I was just bringing that up because you said, you just have to be your true self, authentic self, no matter where you're at. Yeah. So how are you showing up in every area?
But see, the problem is they show up all kind of ways because they have no idea who they are. Right. They show up how social media okay, so right now the big booty and the big lips are in. So that's who I am today. And so let me get these injections and the rompers. Come on with these rompers up in here. No. But hey, if that's you.
Yes.
But if it's really, here's the thing, if it's really you,
if it's your authentic self,
romp on. But if it's not, like, I really need you to know who you really are. So anyway, let's jump into it because at least you already know we can go.
Yes.
We can go in. So, okay, when we're talking about social media in general, I know you said you had some statistics, and I don't know if it was based on like romantic relationships or online dating. So we'll get to online because that's that's the part I really want to get into. We're gonna save the online dating, but let's just talk about just kind of the effects of social media just on family and on just friendships in general. Because a lot of times people, they feel like, oh, I liked her post on Facebook, we good. And they're missing that close connection. I think to the point now that you and I could both vouch that we almost even hate talking on the phone. You know what I mean? Like, that's not even...
Yes, you know me. What? Why are you calling? Is it really good?
But you know what I mean? So how scary is that we're losing authentic touch and connection? And so talk a little bit about that.
So I would agree that...
And losing social skills.
Yeah. Definitely. Everything now a lot of things now are used through some type of social media platform. We invite people to parties. We invite people to important events through social media. And then if someone didn't come, we'll be like, well, we invited you. Well, maybe I wasn't on social media that week. Maybe I was fasting. I don't know.
People take Facebook so
serious.
Oh, let's go
back. Or you say you're going and you don't come. It was just served as a reminder, really.
Baby, so all I know. Or I'm going to keep it 100. We have never met in real life.
Right.
And you are my Facebook friend, and then you get mad at me because I don't know who you are when you tell me your real name. But here's the thing: when you say my name is, I don't know what, Jonna Thick Mama 26, then I'll be like, oh yeah. No, but I'm saying that's the thing. People really feel like they have created these authentic friendships through a social media platform that you never met these people, and I think that's why people are so disappointed in people because they have this perception. I mean, who they are.
It works good another way though. It's good and it can be negative. It's good because it gives you an opportunity to show your true self to people, and people do.
You mean on social media?
Yeah, on social media.
People don't show that. I don't think they show their true self. They show you an image of who they want you to see. You don't see all of me, honey.
Well,
if you saw what
all of you, but it is an opportunity for you to share a part of your life, and I'm saying that's why people feel connected to you. That's why they feel that they know you because you go live, or because I just had a baby, I just got married, you're sharing those special moments that normally. Traditionally were only shared with the close friends and people who really knew you. So now you're sharing that publicly so people feel connected to you, where before we didn't have that platform to do that. So there is a false sense of I know you because you shared something intimate with me. So I think it's just really going back to it's okay, but understanding that you are only seeing the good moments. You're only showing what you want people to see.
But you know what's crazy? So connected that you can finally be in a room with me, but you'd rather still be down here on your phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when we're around the dinner table or we're in the same room with people, I'd rather go live and watch the concert than actually be present and watch the concert. I'd rather get a selfie with the artist than actually take an opportunity to get to know the artist or get to know this person that I'm a fan of so that I can make a real authentic connection versus running back so I can upload a photo and never even talk to them again. We have no idea what the art of networking is.
I think it's a skill. That's what it boils down to. This is a tool, and not everybody knows how to use a tool that can benefit them in the best way. It's nothing wrong with taking a selfie. It's nothing wrong with taking a picture with the artist that you always wanted to. But what are you going to do with that?
Right.
How are you going to follow up with that? how are you going to make a true, and actually when you think about it, if you use Facebook, LinkedIn, or whatever, it actually creates a platform for you to make a true, authentic connection, because before I had to know you personally, but now you share some things, so I can see where we connect at, and from there I can connect to you, inbox you, and connect with you personally. But it's a tool, it's a skill, and unless we know how to use it or we practice it, we won't use it, and we will miss out on being present in those important moments. And I think conversations like this will help people to start thinking about it, even ourselves. How am I using social media to make real connections?
And I think what, and that's, we're more mature now, so we understand that. But this amazing tool is in the hands of 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, and if it's just like you can have a positive, like for me, I have a very positive experience with social media. There are so I am not one of the people who are against it, even though I think that there are some things that you got to be careful of, because just like with anything, even if we were dealing with food, if you're not careful, it can become an addiction. You know what I mean? So I'm for social media. Also, y'all make sure y'all go live with me a little bit later on at 12:30, because I'm launching my website.
That is so exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, so there are things that you can absolutely use, but at the same time, you got to be careful, especially, and I think that's the other part. So we have parents who are millennials, and you have the older version of parents or grandparents raising younger kids, and they have no connection to not just social media, just media in general, or a real understanding of how it works. And so they're not able to teach safe methods for using social media. So you have young people who are being bullied, on social media. You have young people who are getting caught up in sex trafficking and sex trades and all kinds of things that are going on just because there's no knowledge. We have all of this opportunity, but in the same breath, you can get caught up.
Yes, and so what you're saying is there's a platform for an entrepreneur out there to create something that's needed. To create an educational class on how to properly use social media, on what parents should do, on what grandparents should do, on youth. So
you can't throw it away, because it's not going away.
You're right.
I hate when people are like, I hate Facebook, I hate Twitter. It's not go. If the president, if 45 is tweeting on a regular, which I don't really think is him, but I mean, if that's something that we're using in government, you think you don't need to, I'm not saying that we should follow everything that's going on in the government, but I'm just saying that we do need to be aware of what's happening. Oh my God.
Even in the school system, maybe that's something that needs to be introduced in the school system on safety measures and things of that nature. And, people say they hate this, they hate that. Well, go back to what is your motive for using it in the first place, and how are you using it, and who are you connected to? That's all important. That's important too. We think about our inner circle and who we're connected to, or who are you connected to on social media. We have the great thing, I don't know if you remember back in the day, how you could block people from your phone and all that, from calling. Well, we can block people on social media and things of that nature.
There are ways to be able to shape your social media world to be a safe environment. And again, and we have to also remember, though, that even though you shape it, and even though there's privacy settings and things like that, it's still a public platform. And when it goes out, even when you delete it, it's still there. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the effects of social media on just relationships in general. I can't wait till we kind of delve into romantic relationships, because OMG, it goes down in the DM. It goes down in the DM. Let's go to that first song, Joshua. Let's go. Come on, friend. I love it. So here's the thing. Normally we would go to a music break, like an actual music artist, but they're not here, so we just gonna go to the song. And when we come, Imani,
what's your challenge?
I'm not doing a challenge until July, just because I just got tired of trying to find a prize.
Oh, because I was like, I could, but it would have to be a woman. I could get her a shirt, a Christian connection.
Okay, we're gonna do a word up challenge, because we just gotta give.
They just have to let
Listen, Facebook, I wasn't doing word up challenges this month, but for those people who are on right now, you have a chance to win an amazing prize. The first person to put a scripture up on the Facebook live feed as it pertains to social media. How you gonna find a scripture on social media? Let me tell you, everything you need is right in the book. I'm telling you, it's right there. Look it up. Give me, I know, Nicole, I got you. Did I get you? So yeah, put a scripture. You can get this one in. Come on, Nicole, put a scripture up so you can get 2 prizes. Or just as it pertains to your identity. You know, who you are. First person put a scripture up, you win an amazing prize. I'm going to tell you exactly what that prize is when we come back after this song. Who we're listening to right now is Cedric Dale Horrid, amazing poet. I've had him on the show before. Come on, y'all, I'm dead serious. It's going to be a real prize this time. Y'all hit me up this week. Give me a scripture. Let's go. Word Up Challenge 2017, July. June. It's June. I'm ready for it to be July. Okay, I love that y'all want to watch. Okay, go ahead, Nicole. I got you too. Oh, dang, Jessica, you just missed it, sweetie. Nicole, you got it. And Lanice is going. When we come back from break, we're going to say exactly what it was that you won. All right. What time is it? 8:10? 18. Oh, perfect. We can fade down Joshua and go back in. Oh, I think he has that. Josh.
Yep.
We can fade.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, Minnie. Hey, Patrice. And we are back. You guys are locked live right here to Saved and the City each and every Wednesday right here on 101.3 FM with your girl, Iberia. Yes, we are live and in living color. And we just did the Word Up Challenge. But before I kind of jump into what the prize is, shout out to Cedric Dale Horrid. That was him that you guys heard if you're listening live on the radio. Even if you're listening on Facebook, you might have heard a little bit of the poetry in the background. And he's an amazing spoken word artist. And we've had him on the show before, so shout out to him. Yeah, exactly. And so anyhow, the Word Up Challenge, let's see who won. I believe it was Nicole Watson. And I'm not mad at you, so you got 2 prizes coming to you. And the scripture that she gave was Galatians 3:26. I'm sorry, I didn't move fast enough to be able to read it, so I need you guys not to be lazy. Get out your Bibles, go to Galatians 3:26 and read that good word. All right, so Lanice, tell them really quick what she has won.
Well, you will get a Christian Connection t-shirt, so I just need to know the size of your shirt, and you'll get a small little package with some tools that you need to network, okay? Yay. So I'm excited to get that to you.
I love it. I love it. Okay, and so it's going to be real. Don't worry about it, Nicole. No, in general. But mind you, Nicole has won like 5 times.
Wow.
Yes, she be getting it. But
she's using social media.
She's using social media to her advantage. Good morning, Minnie. We see you guys. Hey, everybody. Patrice, I see you've joined. Everybody. So anyway, we are talking about the effects of social media on just relationships, whether it's family relationships, friendships, just kind of this false reality that people have as it pertains to, connection, and we've lost connection. Nobody calls anymore. People text. Now, here's the thing. I am on the side of the one that's texted because I'm like, listen, because again, what I really believe the problem is that we are so bogged down, like we don't turn off. Which is why I believe that when we are on the phone, it's like, okay, here's something else, because literally my phone is going all day. So when it rings, it's like it's another thing to pull me in. And so we got to find a way to be able to unplug. And so we dealt a little bit with kind of the effects of it on children. And if you watch the Millennial Show a little while back, we dealt with, the effects on that particular population. And then, of course, we've done the effects on different cultures. And so now, again, we're talking about families and relationships. And most specifically, I was telling Denise before we went off, is that I was excited to jump onto the topic of eros relationships, romantic relationships, and it's fun in a way. It's always fun to talk about because especially, because people have their own perspectives of what is. But this was a stat that I shared with Lanice when she got here this morning, when as it pertains to divorce. This was a statistic that I read online from a credible source. And it says 1 in 3 divorces start as online affairs. It's a real thing. 1 in 3 divorces start as online affairs. So when I went off and I said it goes down in the DM, I'm telling y'all it goes down in the DM.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, to the point that I don't know if you noticed that in your inbox now there is an incognito feature. Have you noticed that?
Where, yeah, they don't have to be your friend to inbox you. Is that what you
No, the incognito feature means that people don't, you know how normally it'll show, like in your inbox, it'll show who you talk to. Mm-hmm. If you go incognito, nobody knows who you're talking to.
Oh, wow.
They have set the tone ready for y'all. So we're going to go from 1 to 3 divorces into every marriage. And, you know, the devil is a lie. You know, but it's a real, you know, situation. And so, and there's so many people who break up or, you know, there's offense because, oh, she liked your page too many times or, you know, all that different types of things. Have you had some experiences?
Well, when you
Facebook?
say, well, yeah, it does go down
Yeah.
in DM for real. I'm sure everybody has experienced that in some shape or form.
Yeah.
But divorce doesn't start because of social media.
It doesn't. But
it's
1 to
just
3 divorces starting online affairs, I'm just saying. Oh, but there's a deeper root.
It's a deeper root. That's just a platform that they're using. It's easier access now, but it already started in their heart.
Who was I talking to the other day? They was like, how did people cheat before?
Yeah.
Because like really, it's like, how did you, like, you know, there is, like, I mean, like, if we go even beyond before cell phones, like,
Yeah. They found a way.
you know what I said? This is what it was. This is how the stereotype of the milkman came around.
Right.
You know, because you think about
Or
the
the
stereotype, the mailman, the
Yes.
milkman, you know, that's where that happened. The cable guy, oops.
Yes. So
You're
I think
nasty.
it has to do with whatever is already going on, and when it goes down to, ooh, you're liking this person's page, you're doing that, it has to do with trust and communication. Now with social media out there, I think that it's very, very important that couples have this conversation about what's appropriate and what's not, what's acceptable and what's not. But
Yeah.
social media is just a platform. People were already cheating anyway.
This is true.
If they wanted to. But yes, it's easier access. It's just another way for people to do what they desire in their heart to do anyway.
How much, like, dang it, I lost my train of thought. I was going to say, what was it? It was good. It was a good point. I'm going to have to go somewhere else. Oh, man, I'll see if I can remember my point. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, it was good.
I can share a personal story.
It was good. Go ahead.
When I was married, and I remember something happened on my Facebook, and my husband at the time did not like it. And when I found out what he did, I mean, I went clear off.
That's what I want to say.
I went clear off like, what? Why did you do? And I was a little immature at that time. And the whole thing is we never had that conversation about what was appropriate and what wasn't. And then instead of me, you know, looking at the situation that it was offensive to him, I got offensive that how dare you go to my friend and do this, this, and that. And I didn't look at the whole picture of it.
Yeah.
And so I think it's really just opening those conversations, having those conversations, saying what's appropriate and what's not, and then understanding where the other person is coming from. Bottom line, do you trust them? It's not about if you trust the other person. Do you trust them? And do you trust the integrity of what they're doing on social media?
My question here, it came back to me, so it's a good segue, and then we'll go to the next song after this point. How much is too much to share on Facebook or on just social media or, you know, in general when we think about that, you know, because sometimes people are, you know, they in love. And you see all the photos. Oh, they over here, they on the beach. They on this. Then all of a sudden, you know, you see something else, or you don't see anything. You know, or there was, you know, and then it's like you exposed too much, and a lot of times, you know, there's certain things you just need to keep to yourself. Would you agree?
I agree with that. I think that again, that's a conversation that you need to have with the person that you are choosing to be in a relationship with. Some people feel like exposing everything helps other people. Understand, and some people will expose the good, the bad, and the ugly, but then you are opening doors for people. Now don't get mad when they give their opinion, or now you're talking about you're going through a bad time and somebody's inboxing your husband or your wife, which they shouldn't be doing, and that person should check them.
Who's watching. Especially now we got that incognito feature.
Right. Everybody is not on your team cheering for the best for you. So again, I think that's a conversation that you should have, but knowing the realities, when you open open that can of worms,
Ma'am.
things will come out
Ma'am.
and things will happen that maybe you're not even prepared for. So those conversations definitely need to happen, because once you put it on display, once you put it out there, it's no longer private. And I do believe that some things need to be private. Some things should just be between you and your spouse. I personally don't believe that everything needs to be displayed. That's my personal belief. Because those are private and special moments for someone who you really love and really care about. And understanding that everybody isn't on your team.
Right,
and those people, I really feel those people who need to know, God will lead you and he will open the door for you to talk to them about the truth and about the struggles and things of that nature. So I think we have to be very mindful of what we display.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. We're going to go to the next break after this, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about, a little deeper, even beyond social media. We're going to talk about online dating. Oh my God, it's going down in the online dating. We'll be right back.
City, yes.
In the same city. We'll be right back after this. Let's go. Yes. This be fun to me. It'd be really fun. All right, Lannis, move on out.
Okay.
Licio.
I'm gonna take a picture really quick.
Okay.
Woo. We'll get Louise. Okay, she's gonna be here at the end. Okay, we can get her. Oh. Elicio. You know, it sounds like, I wonder if that's, that sounds like another song. It sounds like that John Legend song. Don't that sound like another song? I mean, no, that's the right one.
Yeah, that's the right one.
But I'm just saying, yeah, it is. But I'm saying it sounds like from the Selma.
This is bigger than
Oh, it is? This is, yeah. Oh, never mind. He changed it up on us. These will be yours. It's gonna give you feedback if you put them on now, though. There we go, a little brighter. Oh, this is a good segue. Come on with this love. Come on with this love. So when we go back on, I'm going to do church announcements, and then we're going to talk about just all the stuff you do in the city. And I know you're also trying to do more things, so maybe you can even connect with some people. That's Cupid. Probably did. Keep it on.
Please don't take my word for anything that I say. Because if my actions consistently say something different, then let that be a warning for you.
8:29.
If I treat you less
Hey
than
guys,
you
stick
want,
with us.
please run away, because a man puts away childish things, so let's stop playing with the games. 5, you are God's workmanship. You are his personal handiwork.
Is he talking about me?
Yes. I will respect and protect your celibacy.
What? Alicia was like, I came on the wrong show with all these girls. Robert, thanks for listening out of Florida. Thank you. Share with your friends and family. I would love to bring Saved in the City to Florida one day. Saved in the City live. Hi, Mama Jonna. Your mama on here. Thank you, Jonna. Dang, Lord, send my husband. I need him. Can't be listening to stuff like this and then go home. For those who can hear, this is a Cedric Dale Horde, amazing poet.
So God had to fill a void so that you
We can fade down. Yeah.
like the idea of God.
Thank you, Jonna. I love your mama. And we are back. Again, that was Cedric Dale Hoare. Thank you, Jonna, for saying that. It's going to happen soon. Thank you, Mama Jonna. No, it's all good in God's time, and I'm so here for it. Oh, my God, this has been an amazing show so far, and it's honestly, we're just right in the smack middle of it. So, we're going to talk a little bit with Alicia, the young man you see sitting next to me. Yay! So before we jump in there with Alicia, we're going to do church announcements. So you guys know exactly, for those people who follow me, what that is. That's just basically community events and happenings that are going on right here in our city. You can share them with me, and I will announce them live at no cost to you right here on the show. So just email your event or community happening to savedandthecitymke@gmail.com. Again, savedandthecitymke@gmail.com. So let's jump right into what's happening in the city. It's summertime, which means what? It is festival season. So there, you cannot say that there is nothing to do in the city, especially, we kind of segueing into relationships. Get off your Netflix and chill. Get off of, your social media and go out and enjoy some of these festivals. Summerfest kicks off today, and they are celebrating 50 years. This is the world's largest music festival, and I've been blessed to perform on some of the stages, at least 3 times, and open for some amazing people. And so that's an amazing platform for a lot of local artists to get national exposure and just for you guys to go out and have an amazing time. And so again, Summerfest kicked off today, and it's June 28th through July 2nd, and then July 4th through July 9th. So you definitely don't want to miss that amazing festival. If you look around, there's all kind of discounts and things and tickets you can probably get, if you guys do some research. If I find some free days, I'll make sure I put that in the group so that you guys can connect and go. Also, he said, she said, women, wine, and words. We all know Chantel McKenzie here. We love and support her. So she's saying, join the Power Network for their 2nd annual Women, Wine, and Words He Said, She Said edition. You don't want to miss that. That's on July 8th, 2017, and it kicks off at 3 p.m., and it looks like it's going to be at 6770 North 43rd Street at Luxury Motors. Tickets are $15. You can just visit www.womenwinewords17.eventbrite.com. Vendor and sponsorship opportunities are available. Also, My Addiction, the drug awareness presentation. We had Monty Mabra on the show before as our Milwaukee treasure, and so he does some amazing things in our city, and this is one of the events that he has going on, and it's a play dealing with addiction, and it's happening at Destiny Plaza, 7210 North 76th Street in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Doors open at 6 p.m. It's a real thing. We had a show not too long ago dealing with life after addiction. It is a real thing. July 15th, DH Music presents Movement Music Volume 2. It's a listening party, and guess what, y'all? I'm hosting it. Your girl is hosting it. Is going down. For those of you who don't know, I'm doing this talk show thing, but I'm a musician first. So, I have an affinity and a love for music. So you definitely don't want to miss this listening party. We know DH, the bass player, a spoken, I want to say rapper, but it's after a certain age, I don't like saying rapper. But anyway, he's a rapper and some other things. So make sure you check that out. Saturday, Joshua's having some issues over there. He's been dropping stuff. Anyway, Saturday, shout out to Joshua Jones. July 15th, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. is going down. I'm going to make sure that I put the information in the group so you guys can stay connected. Hey Dolores, I see you. Hey Vanessa, we see you over there. Yes, and so now it's time for one of my favorite parts of the show. This is where we shine light on someone in the community doing amazing things, or just connecting, or just being a positive light, because we have so many negative things that are happening in our city. So I created this segment called the Milwaukee Treasure, and when you dig a little deeper, you'll be surprised at the treasures you will find. So whether it's someone who is the CEO of a major company or just a good Samaritan that helped somebody across the street today, and I happened to catch them. And so what happened was recently I was at an amazing event called it was an etiquette boot camp with Lead to Change, and there was a young man there, and I'm going to talk about you in third person for a second. Okay. You know, so there was a young man. You're not here. No, you're here. Hide away. Anyway, okay, I'm sorry, I'm crazy. Just a little bit. So anyway, and I just saw the way he was just networking with people and connecting with the youth and, you know, willing to share his heart. And, you know, you had a passion, and your passion will speak sometimes before, you know, what it is that you're just in the way you interact with people will speak sometimes more than your actual words. And so I said I had to bring you on the show to get to know you a little bit better and for you just to share with the people some of the things that you do. So welcome, Alicio.
Thank you. Thank you, Iberia. I appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity to come this morning and hang out with you. And for recognizing me, I really do appreciate that.
So yeah, tell the people a little bit about, because you have we were talking about the many hats, you know, but you know, and then we talked about our one hat, but you do a lot of different things. So why don't you share with the people kind of your day job and then some of your passions?
Sure. So my day job, I work, you know, for industrial automation and Rockwell Automation. I'm an import compliance analyst, so handle U.S. Customs and other different government organizations that allow Rockwell to compliantly, you know, move freight internationally. So that's my day job. That's what I go to in the morning. But outside of that, I also have a business that I started called Elysium Career Services, and through that, I've been able to help people with their resumes, cover letters, mock interviews, a little bit of career coaching.
That's huge.
And
so needed.
And through that,
is it youth or is it anyone?
Honestly, it's been mostly adults. You know, I'm trying to gear a little bit more towards maybe recent college graduates who are having issues with finding employment. That's kind of my target area. But I've helped a few, you know, more senior professionals who maybe have been in a career for 15 years and either in some cases you know, quit their positions or been laid off and unexpectedly, and now, you know, they're left in a place where they don't know how to connect through LinkedIn or social media. They've kind of lost the new game as far as getting employed. And, you know, the old hat, you know, granted they do have some connections and allows them to kind of bypass certain things. But as far as getting out there, if they don't know how to use social media to, you know, put their online profile up, or if they don't know how to tailor their resume anymore to kind of a new employment landscape, then they come to me and I, you know, try to help them out through that.
I love that. So from freight to career readiness, like you know, it's such it's a pretty kind of vast gamut of abilities that you have. What drew you to that piece with the career readiness?
I just felt like it was something I excelled at. I'd been doing it for years for people for free and just to help out. You know, Alicio proofread my resume. I also, when I was in college, I worked with a lot of students, getting them involved with, you know, as far as like a peer mentor, trying to help them out with their classes, and that kind of led to helping them out with resumes and cover letters and doing some mock interviews, and it was something I was really passionate about, something I enjoy doing, and I just want to be able to, you know, equip people with certain tools and things that allow them to be more self-sufficient so that they can take care of themselves. So.
Absolutely. And so, you know, and so I know that obviously that makes sense in the Lead to Change because it's a career readiness program. But do you where are some other places that you volunteer?
So outside of that, you know, I volunteer for Junior Achievement, so that's another career readiness, but it's not necessarily career readiness, it's more business awareness for kids. Whether or not the last teaching opportunity I had was with a bilingual 4th grade class on entrepreneurship. And so just to give kids at that age exposure to that sort of topic, because when I was a kid, I had no idea what went on with business or what an entrepreneur meant.
Right.
You know, I was an entrepreneur when I was 14. I used to mow lawns and cut grass and paint and make money doing that. And at the time, I didn't necessarily know that I could turn that into a career or start my own business at that young. I've seen.
I love that. And how old are you now?
I am 31.
Oh,
so.
you know, I was gonna say black don't crack, but what? Can I ask what your ethnicity
Sure,
is?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican don't crack. I'm just saying because I was thinking that you're like 20 something. I'm like, oh my god.
I know, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
I look young, so.
I love it, but I love what you're doing in the city, you know, and sometimes, you know, people think that it has to be, it's not, you know, I mean, it's great that people are, you know, out there feeding the home, like these are all things that we need, but you'll be surprised at what your own calling and what your own gifting is. It could be simply helping somebody with a resume, but if they have a good resume and they get the right job, that could change their life, it can change their legacy, it can change their lineage, you know, so it's huge what you do, and it's not to be taken lightly, which is why, you know, again, we brought you on today. So we are so appreciative of everything that you do. And so we want to say, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. And we're praying for the best and hoping for the best for you. Tell the people how they can connect with your services.
Sure. So I have a website. It's www.elysiumcareers.com. Elysium is spelled Elysium. It's interesting because Elysium actually in Roman or Greek actually means of the heavens.
Oh wow!
Which is pretty interesting. So
it's not by chance. It's not even by chance that you're on the show. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
So, but anyway, and then also you can connect with me through Facebook or anything else. Just search my name, Eliseo Felipe Borges, and hopefully we can connect. I'd be happy and would love to work and help you, with your career or anything else that you might need. So I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. We'll share your information in the group so people can connect to you. And
also shout out to Austin Villa for helping me out with my website. So Austin. I told him I'd let him know. So he's a web developer for Northwestern Mutual, so it's something that he does on the side as well. So.
Okay, well we love resources here, because the thing is, as we're going and growing, everybody can't do it for everybody, so it's good to have a good amount of people in your network. So Eliseo, thank you so much again for coming on the show. We'll definitely have to have you back another time, and we will go to our next break from here. We'll be right back.
Awesome. Bye.
Yay! Easy breezy. Good stuff. Oh, yes.
Okay.
He got politicians that promise plans and never prosper.
Well, not to. We'll come back this way. Just so we can get it.
This when the profit lies. We got young girls trying to make purpose and twerk. Hollywood making bank off here. Perverted Satan trying to pickpocket God's purchase.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
You are all set. So it's up to you. You can stay, or if you have to get off somewhere, it's absolutely fine. Lanice, you can come on back in.
I'm really I forgot about FEMA.
Oh, FEMA would be perfect for him. FEMA would be perfect for him. She got squeezed. I was trying to get your attention so hard. I was like, did you hear me doing that? And I was like, stick with us, guys. When Joshua was going, because I thought he wasn't coming back, and I was trying to be like, go get him, because I was like, I'm not going to be able to talk about too much more. Where we at? Oh. We got 1 minute, guys. Or less than a minute, actually. Did you have a card? Okay.
I got your card. Otherwise, thank you so much. Is it
Yes. Yep, exactly.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Okay, we'll talk to you soon, Alicia.
Bye.
Yes. Ooh, you got your certificate? Yes. Alicia about to get saved. Watch. We pray for him.
Amen.
I love that. Lanice don't want to put on her headphones because her hair cute.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
No, you don't forget. Where we at? Oh, we can fade down.
Give me 1 second.
What's up, y'all? We are locked live to Saved in the City each and every Wednesday right here on WKJJ WPJQ 101.3 FM with your girl, Iberia. That was Eliseo that we just chatted with. And just such an amazing young man. And so I'll be sure to share his information in our group so that you guys can, connect if you need help with your resumes or just, getting the different things that you have to have in place in order to get the job of your dreams or the career of your choice. It's going down at Saved in the City. I keep saying that. We're not going to say DM no more. So we've been talking about, but there's a whole song about it. I'm just saying. So we've been talking about social media as it pertains, and the effects of it on, various things, and more specifically today, the effects on relationships, and whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's your children, and just understanding that although this platform can be used for amazing things, we have to be so careful because it also can be detrimental. There are people who have had I ain't gonna even put somebody on blast, but there's some things that's happened even in our own city. That's all I'm saying. That's been up on Facebook, and I was like, oh my God, did that just occur? I'll tell you after we get off of the break, because you know exactly what I'm talking about. And so that's what I'm saying. Once that stuff is out and it's public and it's real, it can really affect who you are and how people view you. So we cannot take this thing lightly. So we've been talking, before we went to Alicia, we were talking about kind of just relationships in general. And so one of the new trend, I don't even know if it's a new trend now, because some of these online dating sites have been around forever, but one of the biggest trends in dating is online dating, and there's all kinds of sites that cater to that. And I feel like we really don't talk about it enough. And I think that's why there's so many people who are either hurt or abused in some way, whether it's financially, because I can tell you stories that I've heard of people who have given, I don't know, I'm like, why I meet these people giving away thousands of dollars for a person they ain't never met, So whether it's blackpeoplemeet.com, match.com, there's so many different sites, but I think that we also have to be safe when it comes to that. Lanice, have you ever online dated before?
Yes, I have. Yes.
But why is it risque? Why is it something that you're not like people you almost feel like you don't want to say, like if you meet the person or you guys are out together, you don't say we met online,
Well, I can talk maybe from my own perspective, and especially being a Christian, people look at, this is my opinion, people look at online dating, or that Christian especially should not online date, because the Bible says a man that findeth the wife. And so if you're putting yourself out there, are you looking? Are you searching for a man? Are you doing it God's way? So I think that there's a big taboo, or like that's the plague almost, or are you desperate? So it's the perception that people have that I think that people in general don't want to say that they utilize that as a platform. And I used to think that way, but I reframed the way I thought about it.
Yeah.
And so I don't necessarily think that it's bad. Again, it goes down to your reasoning, the heart in the matter of why you're doing it, and then definitely how you do it. So I don't know. You want me to share my experience?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can share some experience.
Yeah.
By the way, I do want to add, I have dated online as well. Just so I'm putting that out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I had an experience, and it was not, that great of an experience. So met a guy, really, really nice, good conversation, talked for months before we actually kind of met, which that's too long, Would you meet someone on the street and only talk to them on the phone for months before you guys went out?
Yeah.
No. So you should, I think that there's rules. There's rules and regulations, I think, when it comes to online dating. But anyway, at the end, I didn't have a good experience when we met. It just, it didn't gel for me. And so after that, I decided, I don't think this is right. And then I kind of felt convicted and thinking like, oh, well, anyway, it's a man that findeth a wife. I shouldn't be doing this anyway. So I kind of just strayed away from it because of my bad experience from it. But at the end of the day, I've had bad experience with people that I've met on the street.
True.
I'm not straying away from dating man on the streets,
right?
And
you don't know them. You don't know them either.
You don't know where you're
But this is the thing that just kind of pops in my head. But are we losing the art of courtship and dating because I can swipe left, swipe right? You know what I'm saying?
So again, this is my perspective. Again, when the Bible does say a man that findeth the wife, and so the reason why I think that there's nothing wrong with online dating is because it's all in how you do it, in your heart, in the matter of doing it. we go to single conferences, single events. So you're putting yourself out there to say, look, I'm single, I'm ready to date, I'm ready to find my mate. So there's really no difference in when you're using an online platform. You're supposed to put yourself out there, frame it, and I believe you're supposed to leave it. And then allow the man to chase you and inbox you. And just like any man that's driving down the street or meeting, if they yell at you or they want to holler at you, you're not going to talk to all of those people. So you screen the people as they inbox you through people do it through Facebook. You know, it doesn't even have to be an online platform. You kind of screen on, and you pray, and you lead, and you ask God to lead who you should reply to, who you should talk to. God says acknowledge Him in all our ways. And so I think even when it comes to online dating, it's all in how you look at it. Why do we put God in a box? Why couldn't God use online dating for Him to introduce you to your mate?
That might not be in the city.
That might not be in the city. Again, it goes down to your heart. You know, it goes down to your heart. Are you on there because you're not whole? You just got out of a bad relationship. Now you just need somebody to fill that void. Then your heart is wrong, and you shouldn't be on there anyway. You need to get yourself together. Are you on there inboxing?
Wait a minute, though. Sometimes, though, if I can just interject, because for me, that's a lot of times where I will jump on like an online dating thing. I'm gonna keep it real. I've been on OkCupid before, guys. I've been on blackpeoplemeet.com, and I like it as an in between for me. Sometimes, because I don't take it serious, and maybe I should take it more seriously. But for me, sometimes you just need the male energy, or if it's a man, maybe you need the feminine energy. And
no, you need healing. That's what you need. You don't need the male energy. That's a void that you're trying to fix, whether it's online, whether it's in the street. No, ma'am.
I'd rather do it where I can. Okay, this person's way over here in California. Versus
you're using them.
Yes, I am.
And it's wrong. Bottom line, everything has to do with our heart when we're doing things. If you are...
Let me go ahead and close my OkCupid account tonight.
No, just make sure your heart is in the right place.
Lord. It ain't in the right place. I don't want them fools. I like that when I go home, there's 100 people that are saying how amazing I am. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I could care less about, you know what I mean? But there's people who really do have a problem with, you know, if you don't respond back, and I'll be like, block. Like, I don't take it that, like, there are a couple people, though, there's people, honestly, that are my friends today that I met online.
Yes.
I mean, we didn't work out in that way, but, like, they've been, like, really cool people. And what I end up doing, just as a few techniques, and I hear what my sister's saying, and although I'm kind of laughing, she's right. She's absolutely right about it. But be careful, though, on there. Don't just take what's on that online site for face value. Don't give them your number right away, even though with cell phones these days you can block people. But really, the cool thing to do with the online, once you kind of see somebody you kind of vibe with, then ask them for their social media account. You don't have to go to the personal stuff. And then from there, when you go on their Facebook or their Instagram, you can tell if their photos, is it all naked women? Is it, are they in the community? You get the vibe from there. Then from there, go to a conversation or maybe just texting. You know, and then from there you guys can schedule your first conversation. We not about to swipe left and then we about to go meet and hook up. No, ma'am, you can't even come to this place. And then, okay, let's say that you do decide that, wow, we really are vibing on the phone and you want to meet. Make sure you have told somebody where you are going, at least one person. Inbox your girl, let me know, okay? I'm dead serious. Because there are people who have died. There's people who ended up abducted because of this craziness, you know, and then the next thing I would say would be to meet, like Lanice was saying, in a public place. You don't got to go on no little, escapade somewhere. No, let's meet at Starbucks. And don't meet at the Starbucks by your house. Meet way, you know what I mean? So you can vibe somebody. Then get to know if, when you go on social media, you can see who their friends are. Maybe you guys have mutual friends. Ask another friend about them. Have you heard? So there is a method to it.
And the same thing you would do if you met someone in person. You do the same thing that you would do with online dating. You screen. Hopefully, you're screening people before you're dating them anyway. It's the same thing. And I think we need to take the taboo away from it. I mean, people used to have arranged marriages. People used to meet. Remember the dating line? People used to meet on that.
The dating line?
That was a long time ago.
What is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's so old school. Some people even used to write. Or some people, my friend, hook me up. So, I mean, there
are a blind date.
Yeah, blind date. There's different methods that people have used. All I'm saying is we can't put the situation in a box.
We got it's 8:56 and it's so good. Don't we need to go longer? But give us some of these statistics though. And then
so I did look up some statistics about online dating. Over 49 million people have tried online dating. On eHarmony, there's 17 million. Match.com, 24 million. That average length of courtship for marriages that people have met online is 18 months. But if you met offline, it's 42 months. So people who meet online, usually the courtship is shorter. I think because you conversate longer.
Yeah.
And it's more than that. And so the average males online is 52%, average females 47%. Ladies, the men are online. Not saying that all of them are truthful, but they are there.
Look, I got a phone call to one a little bit later on today. That's all I'm saying. She's back.
So, and last year's the percentage of marriages that met online is 17%.
So all that being said, that we've been talking about social media just overall. We're not bashing social media. We're social media girls. We're at the tail end of the millennials. Laugh out loud, Afeni. Yes. Okay, I have a toe in the millennials. Anyway, I'm just saying it's a real thing, but you got to know how to use it. Oh my God, we might have to do a part 2 when it comes down to this. But I do want to give you your kingdom solution before we go, and just so you guys know, that's just that scripture that you can take with you. After we've kind of pondered everything that we've been talking about, how social media has affected people's relationships, family relationships, friendships, relationships with your children, and of course your spouses, significant others, or if you're single, how you even date today. What the process is. And so God says, or Jesus says, because this is in Matthew actually, 6:19-21, he says, "Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on this earth, where moth and rust destroy and where thieves break in and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." And so I know that, when you're thinking about the word, if you really dig into that, we'll have to do that another time. I'm just saying, enjoy yourself here, but please know that your true treasures are not even on this earth. Like the things that you can obtain when you tap into the Spirit, God will give you. So we're talking about all these other platforms and things, but just tap into the Spirit, and everything that you're trying to get, you will absolutely get. And I'll give you one more scripture, 2 John 1:12. It says, "Though I have much to write to you, I would rather not use paper and ink. Instead, I hope to come to you and talk face to face so that our joy may be complete." And what that is saying is that sometimes get off of the social media and just go talk to your brother and your sister.
Amen.
Okay, so we're about to get off social media right now, and we're going to go talk to our brothers and our sisters. Until next week, we love you and be encouraged.